Well, graduates, guests, colleagues, I declare this ceremony open. Please be seated. So, as Executive Dean, I welcome you to this graduation ceremony for students from Confetti, London. I would also like to welcome the family and friends who are joining us from around the world via the NTU live stream. So, graduates, congratulations! University is a transformative time, so when your degrees are conferred on you shortly, they will be a symbol of the completion of this stage of your personal journey. Now, when you leave this venue today, you will no longer be a student, but a graduate. More than that, you will be one of the first graduates from Nottingham Trent University's Confetti London campus. You will be ready, and I'm sure eager, to engage with your next opportunities in life. But for now, I would like to reflect on the period of change that you've just undergone. During your time at Confetti London, you've gained knowledge, skills, experience, and so much more. Through working in our specialist studios with industry standard equipment, you've applied your theoretical abilities to a practical environment. You've discovered new interests and developed new outlooks, and I'm sure each and every one of you has formed new friendships, many of which will last your lifetime. Now, just like you, as a university, we are constantly evolving and adapting. The campus that you have attended for the past year is an example of that. Opened a year ago with cutting-edge equipment and a 600 capacity venue that has already hosted live events, Confetti London is evidence of the investment Nottingham Trent University makes. Investment not just in our buildings, but in our people and our environments. Once again, this year, we are second in the ranking of the most sustainable universities in the world. At our city campus in Nottingham, we've just opened a 45 million design and digital arts building. Now, but whilst buildings are important, what goes on inside them is much more so. Our proudest moment in the past academic year was being awarded a gold rating, the highest possible, in the Teaching Excellence Framework, the national assessment of teaching quality and student experience in the UK. Now, NTU is one of the few universities to have achieved gold status both times this exercise has been undertaken. And through our work, we are transforming the prospects of our students, the regions we work within, and the wider world. We support businesses. We collaborate with schools. We share knowledge with partner organisations. We participate in research with universities around the world. You and Confetti London have all been a part of this. Indeed, you were part of Confetti's Industry Week. Over 5 days, stars from stage and screen visited Confetti to share the secrets of their success, including Trevor Nelson, who hosted a star-studded panel discussion here at Confetti London. You have contributed to and benefited from our partnership with the Tile Yard, the world's largest professional music community, offering you even more industry opportunities and connections. So, class of 2024, I do hope you enjoyed today's ceremony. I now invite our Confetti London Campus Director, Darius Quadra, to read the names of today's graduates, and our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Edward Peck, to confer your degrees.
I now invite the stewards to bring forward the first group of graduates. Vice Chancellor. The following have qualified for awards from the Confetti Institute of Creative Technologies. A Master of Arts degree in Commercial Songwriting and Production. Mac Adams. Seychelles Andrade. Leandro Burafato. Christopher Bourne. Angus Bruce. Jay Fuller. Jesse Firmage. Pritpal Gill. Sophie Godfrey. Abigail Hercules. Chloe Victoria King. Fabio Koch. Alice Lester. Caroline Linney. Rayan Lonsdale. Laura Lopez Alvarez. Kate Matson. Bradley Nash. Anna Petrova. Isabella Pynchon. Leah Powell. Rebecca Roberts. Tara Sully. Noelle Vanyu Descarting. Oh. Mercy Levitt. Chris Wareham. Vice Chancellor. That concludes the presentation of awards to the first group of graduates from the Confetti Institute of Creative Technologies. I'm pleased to invite Michael Marsden, Executive Dean, to the stage to give the oration for our Chief Executive, Craig Chettle, and to present them to the Vice-Chancellor.
It is my pleasure to invite Craig Chettle, MBE, to come forward to receive his Senior Visiting Fellow Award. Craig was born in Basford, Nottingham, attending the local primary school where his life was changed by a teacher called Carol Bickerstaff. In 1975, he went to the Nottingham Bluecoat Grammar School where he met friends who were interested in music, and that was the start of his musical journey. Craig would describe his upbringing as modest. His mum, Marilyn, was a hospital receptionist, and his dad, Frank, was a council worker who started as a bin man. What they lacked financially was made up with love and encouragement and an interest in early Tom Jones, Elvis, and 1970s disco. The performance is coming later. Although ending up as a CEO in both further education and higher education, Craig's academic achievements didn't start off too well. He dropped out of A-levels, started work as a shop assistant on the day that John Lennon was shot in New York, worked as a builder's labourer and then as a technician in an operating theatre. Alongside this, his love of music blossomed, becoming a member of several bands and teaching himself about sound and music production. Craig's music career began in 1990. After quitting his job, he became the tour manager and front of house sound engineer for Wycliffe, who was supporting someone called James Brown at sold-out shows at Wembley and at the NEC. Over the next several years, Craig worked with a broad range of bands and musicians, from death metal's Carcass, Nick Cave, to Nottingham's own The Tindersticks. Yeah, absolutely. In between touring, back in Nottingham, he worked in a small community in rap and hip-hop, developing a love of sharing knowledge from the music industry and planting the idea of Confetti. Confetti started in 1994, teaching 10 students from an electronics course in a small room in Nottingham. This further education provision grew to delivering higher education courses as foundation degrees. And in 2015, NTU became the parent company of Confetti, supporting Craig's entrepreneurial vision. He created Confetti's digital media hub, providing a focus for further and higher education in Nottingham, delivering undergraduate and postgraduate courses. His passion for the industry remained. He created Antenna, a co-working space for creative industry companies to develop and flourish. He created a film post-production facility called Spool, producing hundreds of films with the likes of Shane Meadows and the Queen of Knots, Vicky McClure. He did this with Penny Linfield, who later became his wife and soulmate. He created a TV channel in Notts TV, an award-winning live events complex called Metronome, Confetti X, a state-of-the-art broadcast venue hosting international esports events, and this very campus we are in today, Confetti London. He even has his own record label. These achievements were recognised in 2020 when, at Windsor Castle, he received an MBE for services to entrepreneurship and the creative industry sector from the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, an obviously proud moment for Craig and his family and his friends. 2024 sees Craig retire after 30 years from his role as CEO of Confetti, but hopefully not from continuing to make an important contribution to the creative industries in his hometown of Nottingham and beyond. It gives me great pleasure to present a Senior Visiting Fellow to Craig Chettle, MBE.
Wow, what a crowd. You're amazing. Yeah, and we've only halfway through, so good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to thank the Vice-Chancellor and Nottingham Trent University for all their support for me and for Confetti over the last 9 years, and for this Senior Visiting Fellow Award I'm receiving today. And thanks to Michael Marsden for his kind words in the citation speech you've just heard. Next, I'd like to thank my amazing colleagues at Confetti, Nottingham, for all their support over the last 30 years, and most recently, the fabulous team here at Confetti in London. I want to thank our key partners as well, and collaborators, especially Nick, Paul, Jamie, Steve, and the team from Tarwyard. The late Nick Keynes, by the way, because he only just turned up. So, Jason and the Access Creative team, Trilogy and Kaufman's for finding and delivering our wonderful London campus, and all the fabulous artists and businesses we have collaborated with over the last 30 years. I'm also humbled that over the years, literally thousands of students have chosen to start their journey into the creative industries with Confetti. And finally, I want to thank my wife, Penny, and our boys, Ben and George, and my mum, for their unwavering support and love throughout my career at Confetti. So now let's talk about you. What a bunch. I mean, I've been to quite a few graduations, and you are the liveliest bunch I've ever seen. It's fantastic. The best dressed as well, actually. You must all be feeling very excited. You should also be feeling justifiably proud of what you have accomplished by being here today and receiving your postgraduate qualification. It is a truly remarkable achievement and the best ever start to your career. But you are probably, and understandably, feeling a little bit anxious and wondering about what's next. Your journey to this point is likely to have been different to your classmates, to your fellow graduates. And from today, your journeys will undoubtedly take different paths too. I imagine some of you will be successful straight away, but for others, it may take a little more time. I'm sure you will all experience success at some point, but rest assured there will be bumps and bends in the road. But that's okay. That is normal. If I could offer one bit of extra advice from my personal experience over the years to help you navigate what's next, it would be to discover and understand your key strength, your superpower, if you will. Trust me, you will have one. We all have one. You just need to realise what it is, develop it, nurture it, and then learn how best to use it. You could be the smart one, the confident one, the logical one, the strong one, the charismatic one, the calm one, the entrepreneur. Whatever it is, the great news is the world of work, and especially in the creative industries, needs all types of people with all manner of skills and talents from a wide range of different backgrounds. So whether you're planning to go it alone as a freelancer, or landing a job in a bigger business is more your thing, understanding that superpower and knowing how you can most effectively use it to contribute and collaborate at work will save you years of disappointment and soul searching. And believe me, I still meet people in their 30s, 40s, 50s and 60s that still haven't developed that awareness and understanding of their key strengths and their value to the team. So promise me from today, no, scrub that, give yourself the weekend off to celebrate. From Monday, promise me that you will go on a journey of self-discovery, understand and harness your superpower and use it to, for instance, innovate and shake up the British music industry that is in desperate need of fresh talent and radical new ideas to survive and thrive in the future. Or you may choose to embark on a career in the immersive entertainment sector, which is exploding with all these multi-sensory audience experiences at the moment. But it's also crying out for imaginative people and creative content, original creative content. Trust me, there are countless opportunities out there for you. You just need to find them and learn how to use your knowledge, talents, and your natural gifts in the most effective way. So to conclude for today, get to know yourself, discover your superpower, never be mean, always be kind, don't be lazy, work hard, always be curious and never be bored, and be yourself. And here's the deal, go out from here and do it for real. Thank you. Thank you.
I now invite the stewards to bring forward the second group of graduates. Vice-Chancellor, the following have also qualified for awards from the Confetti Institute of Creative Technologies. Master of Arts degree in Event Management, Mustafizul Islam. Master of Arts degree in Music Business, Daniel Cook. Jonah Cousins-Allen. Max Dalen. Agne Dautatite. Amy Lilly. Asaro Akuki. Caroline Ringay. Marta Roback. Mayo Rotimi Ogundale. Madara Eve Tomavika. Victor Ukmar. With a Master of Arts degree in Music Production, Nicholas Otorek. Luftu Bora Bakiralu. Andrew Bradley. Manuel Casasola. Damian Harrison. Bryn Jackson Farah. Iona Curler Alvin. Ria Kulkarni. Georgia Parkinson. Matteo Poynton. Philippe Pichibla. Federico Turan. Sarah Watson. Jem Wax. Alex White. Zachariah Saldoa. With a Master of Science degree in esports production, Hassan Newman. Konstantina Elena Papanakli. Also with a Master of Arts degree in music production, Nicholas Cole. And with a Master of Arts degree in songwriting and production, Toma Borenstein. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from the Confetti Institute of Creative Technologies and concludes the presentation of the awards to graduates at this ceremony. In absentia, Vice-Chancellor, I invite you to confer degrees on those graduates who have not been presented to you in person, but who have indicated that they wish their awards to be conferred in their absence. I certify that these graduates are worthy of their degrees, and I stand as proxy. Jessie Firmage, who earlier received a Master of Arts degree in commercial songwriting and production, will now propose the student vote of thanks.
This is really weird. I play songs here. I don't do wearing gowns, but thank you. Vice-Chancellor, Executive Dean, distinguished guests, friends, family, and fellow graduates. It's an honour to propose a vote of thanks today on behalf of everyone graduating here. Most of which, including myself, are likely thinking, how the heck did we finally make it here? Being a part of the Talyard family and the Confetti community this year has been full, to say the least. As a cohort, we tackled some hard-hitting challenges, such as, how many ways can you truly write a song called Share? And why did it always smell like that in the writing rooms? And how many iterations of a Sainsbury's meal deal can there really be? And then there was the Malmo camp that people haven't stopped raving about, of which I didn't attend, but had a lovely time in Stockholm, thank you for asking. And evenings at campfire with a £5 pint, joint laptop sessions at Vinyl, cutting it fine at deadlines, and the gigs were exquisite. And these included those hosted by the ferociously talented B23 guys. With the Talyard takeovers at Camden Chapel and here at London, in Metronome at Confetti London, and at Mabel's, the Troubadour, the Gallery, and so many more where we could be each other's biggest fans. And some of my favourite moments of this year have been accompanied by songs from many of my talented friends here today. Jem's Lazy. Yeah. Max, A Place I Call Home. And Anna's Before She Appeared. And of course, some of Nick's sexy stuff. It was all iconic. I was one of the weird kids at school. It might surprise some of you, maybe not. And was often misunderstood by people that didn't really get me. But music did, and that was a place to turn to. And I think I speak for everyone graduating here today, whether they were the cool kids or the weird kids like me. When I say without music, I wouldn't have been the person that I am today. Music saved some of us from falling into the darkest of places. And no place is too dark for music to not slice that atmosphere. No person is too damaged to not be made whole again, to not have a song to write or to sing, and that might bind the brokenness back together a bit. And I can wholeheartedly say that I am a better human for living life alongside you all this year. So thank you to all the course teams and our lecturers for the wisdom that you brought to each lesson. Thank you, Lindsay, and the brilliant student services team. Thank you, Darius and Jamie, and everyone working behind the scenes to make everything happen here today. We really value you. Thank you both Tower Yard Education and Confetti London for the additional time that we have to use the facilities for this coming year. And so in the words of Iona at the Tower Yard rap party, I love you all forever. And I look forward to spending the next couple of years making up for the fact that I haven't worked with every single one of you yet. Well done, class of 2024. We smashed it. Let's go and be the change that the music industry needs to see. Thank you.
Every time this happens, I say, does my speech have to follow the student vote of thanks? That was one of the most accomplished, heartfelt and inspiring vote of thanks I've ever heard, so congratulations, Chettle. So, class of 2024, I want to echo the thoughts of Executive Dean Clive by congratulating you on your achievements, wishing you every success in the future and thanking you for being part of this campus's historic first year. And thank you, Craig, for accepting your honorary title at NTU and for sharing your reflections. I'm delighted that you're going to continue to be a valued member of our university community. And quite often, people use the old phrase, we would not be here without you. But absolutely, literally, we would not be here without you. You've been a very special colleague over the last 9 years that we've been working together. And as Michael said, I want to acknowledge also the immense contribution you've made through the initiation and growth of Confetti to the creative industries in Nottingham and across the UK. I know that does not stop here, and I look forward to hearing about what you are going to do next. Now, I feel honoured to share this day with you and your nearest and dearest, and all those who've been part of your development during your time at Confetti London. Now, every graduation ceremony is unique. This one is certainly unique. You are, as Craig intimated, the liveliest crowd we've ever had. I rest my case. At a graduation ceremony, never before has anyone clapped the band at the start. I mean, why would you? Oh, don't encourage them. I mean, really. They're coming back. They just love the attention, you know? Anyway, to get back to the script. Now that every graduation ceremony is unique, however, there's something very special at this series of graduation ceremonies this year, including today. And it's not just this is the first graduation students from Confetti London. For the first time, all of our graduates can come forward to receive their degrees wearing these rather special pink sashes. Now, not only are these gowns and sashes made entirely from recycled material, they've been designed by one of our current art and design students to use the least possible quantity of fabric. Not for nothing are we the second greenest university in the world. As a Confetti alumnus, you're joining more than 250,000 NTU alumni worldwide, former students who, like you, have come together from all over the world to learn. And we very much hope in the future you'll want to return to Confetti London and to NTU and share your experience and expertise with future generations of students. And as graduates, we make you a promise that we know will help you find the job that will take your career forward. And our employability team is there to advise you at any point in the next 5 years on further study or employment guidance. And I know some of you are preparing already to take advantage of the Practitioner in Residence scheme here at Confetti London. So for 12 months after you've graduated today, you can carry on getting support for your post-study projects and opportunities to build your professional network. This includes access to social space at Confetti, London for hot desking, meetings, networking, as well as the use of our state-of-the-art facilities and exclusive access to masterclass events at Metronome London. So we're here to help you in your journey. Do please stay in touch. Please do register on the alumni website so we can keep you in touch with all the details of what we're doing at NTU and indeed Confetti London. And in about 12 months' time, you're going to receive a rather boring email, which we call the Graduate Outcomes Survey. I hope you've heard about this. Uh-huh. Well, let's start now, shall we? You're going to get an email from something called the Graduate Outcomes Survey. Now, it's really important that you fill this in, and please do get to the end. It's really dull. If you don't get to the end, it doesn't count. It's really important to help future graduates in what they aspire to do. So please, 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 fill it in. Now, many things will change your life, but I hope you'll always be proud to be NTU. Now, you have been a lively audience, and I'm not sure you're the best dressed audience. Oh, I know. Yeah, you see, you just like praise, don't you? That's the problem. Depends your criteria, I suppose, for best dressed. I guess over here, we might be thinking, well, you know, best dressed. Vice-Chancellor, nailed it. But also, yes, you've certainly been noisy. And I do this at my own peril because my tinnitus can only get worse. But I suggest the next 30 seconds you make as much noise you want to celebrate your success starting now. Okay. So listen, I blame the parents. It's the only place to go, really. Now, turns out that the band are back on the stage. They're going to play us out. Yeah, it's good. Could you just all remain seated for the processional music as we and the graduates leave the venue? They've played this tune 64 times in the space of the last 3 months. And they promised me today they know all the notes in the right order. So it's time for your celebratory refreshments. I suspect some of you have had some celebratory refreshments before we started. I don't know, I could be wrong. So if guests could stay sitting down, we'll all go outside and carry on celebrating, and I declare this graduation ceremony closed.